Back out here on the big pond job this morning. Going to start clearing the staging area where I'm going to cut all my dirt from for the pond dam, as the pond's still going down. It's almost 48 hours since I ripped the riser pipe off of that. So let's walk down here and see how far the pond is down. It looks like it's down, oh, I would say at least 2 feet. So that equals a lot of water over 10 acres. So as I was coming in, you could see the head section was starting to dry out up there. And sounds like it's still pouring out pretty good. This pond was higher than it should have been, just from all the pipes being clogged up. As you could tell, those maple trees should probably be right at the water level, and the water was actually up on them a fair amount. So I'll have to determine that when we set our new grade for our water level, where we want to put it at. So let's walk down here and see how it's coming along. It's still pouring out pretty good. Doesn't look like we have a full pipe anymore. So what I was afraid is when I dug down there, I smashed the end of it. But it's underwater and hard to tell, so it might just have to be what it is, because I can't see it. There's still probably 3/4 of a pipe. So still a fair amount of water. I'm a little concerned. Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm taking all this out. Let's walk over here and look at this without sliding down into there. I still got a lot of water coming out. Something down there, so I don't know exactly what's going on right there. See all that water moving? So something else is leaking out here as well, which it doesn't really matter because I'm ripping all that out, but I'm just curious as to what it is. Just a mess of stuff. Well, we'll just let it keep draining down. Go knock some trees down today. All right, I got the first 2 trees that I had taken down the first day I was here, cut up and cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these 2 right here and drag that pine tree up here. Go ahead and get it cut up. Just kind of keep working my way back, getting everything cleared and knocked down for this area. All over just yet. Come on. Problem is, it's all grown into that other tree. Don't break. Good clay there. I like that. That's what we want to see for a pond dam right there. That other big white oak. trying to save some of the, there's a huge, real big white oak there behind me I think I can save. Unfortunately, these have got to come down. They're pretty trees, but they are right where I need to get my dirt from. There's not really a good place another place to use instead of right here. Just from a cost standpoint, all the dirt being right where it needs to go. That's going to be enough to bring it down. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Now we're in the right direction. That tree had a root ball on it. That one was not just going to fall over one day by itself. Alright, well, this is going to take a minute to clean this off and drag this up here and get it all cut up. We'll take down this big one. Let's drop another oak tree, and we'll do that. The pine tree here, and that'll open this corner up. I ain't quite figured out where I'm going to drop that big tree yet. There's a giant pile of brush in the way. I'm trying not to have to move, but to get it to where I need it to fall, I need to sit right there where that pile of brush is. The good thing is that's been cleared for about 2 months, so that should be nice and dry when it comes time to burn all this stuff. Should have some nice dry stuff to get the fire going with. Let's see what's going to happen. Timber. Here we go. And just a little nudge. Stuff's falling on me. Right there, there we go. Go ahead and drop this pine tree now. Let me get this cleaned up and we'll go ahead and take that down, or straighten up a little bit. Alright, let's take this big pine tree down. Well, this is nice. This clay's pretty dry here. It's kind of a little wet on that other side for some reason. I don't know why. But it was. It's going to take a lot of dirt to fix that pond dam, or rebuild it. So luckily he's got about 150 truckloads of dirt across the street. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is digging a big borrow pit. It'll just bring that dirt over here over time, fill it back in, or if he wants me to do it with the off-road truck while I got it, we'll just have to figure that out. So it's going to be a pretty good project for sure. Let's see if that's going to be enough. All right, start swinging back. Swing back. So a little change of plans, which is actually going to kind of speed things up a little bit. So they're getting all that logged eventually, and pretty much what I got to get my dirt from is right in here. So I just got a few more trees to take down. Instead of trying to burn all this right now, the weather conditions aren't exactly right for it. They're going to have a lot of stuff once that's logged. I'm just going to clear a spot out right there and pile everything up over there into the tree line where all that small stuff is. That way they have plenty of nice dry stuff when the time comes. They got somebody else, they're going to clear like 80 acres. So somebody else is going to come in here and do all that. And they'll have obviously plenty of stuff to clean up and burn and grind and do whatever they're going to do. So I'm just going to take all that, pile it up over there, and that should open up this area nicely. So I got my little path cleared back up here into the woods, where they're going to eventually log everything. And I got the 2 trees I took down, cut up, and piled over here. Now I'm just taking all this brush and walking it over here to the little area. Figure out what this branch is going to do. And stacking it up where it can be burned later on. Go ahead and drop those 2 trees right there now that I got room to drag them up here out of the way, and go to lunch. Come back tomorrow. That'll be part 2 of this video. I've got to go do a little project that I've already committed myself to this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll come back, finish clearing these trees off, and work down there behind the pond dam, clearing those out. Well, here we are back at it, day number 2 on clearing. Well, half day yesterday. Just finished cutting up those 2 trees that I knocked down before I left. I'm gonna get those cleaned up, move this pile of brush over here, grab a few of those small trees right there. Looks like the pond's down probably at least 3 feet now, so heading in the right direction on that. It should go faster and faster as it's getting smaller and smaller in surface area, since the head section is about dry now. But I'll get to clearing some more. We'll go down there and check that out before long, because I got to clear some trees down behind the pond dam. Alright, so right now I'm going to finish moving the pile of brush that was here when I got started. It's only about 6 or 7 big grapple-fulls, so I'm just going to move it over here out of the way. Not ready to burn everything yet, so just moving it over there. I don't even know if I'll burn this. The other person might do that. Keeping it separate so that I'll have some nice dry stuff if I do have to burn, and it'll get it out of the way and give me room to finish taking down what trees are left that need to come down. He did call me and tell me so we can drive over that. The loggers are almost ready to start. They might bring a cutter out here today, but it's not really going to help me out because I need this stuff cleared now, and that stuff behind the pond dam I don't even think they could even get to, because it would be a little bit of a struggle to get down there with this. It's wet back there and up that steep slope. So no more trees than it is. I'm just going to carry on doing it the way I've been doing it. Just get everything down that I know I need to get down so that I can start my part of the project. Grab all this little stuff. Push all that mess off. Let's get the big stuff for right now. Moving this pile of brush is going to give me a lot more room to work. Starting to come out. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees today. Doggone, I'm still in a Carhartt right now and it's 10:30. Got a long ways to climb. That's how our weather works here. It'll be 80 one day and 40 the next. Make a pretty good little fire pile. Might have to be moved over once those trees are cut. So, well, if we burn it before the leaves get on those trees, it'll be alright, but it's too close to the trees he's trying to save to burn it and not hurt them once the leaves start sprouting. Right now they're still dormant and they'd be okay. Got about another 3 or 4 more grapple-fulls. This will be moved out of the way, and I'll knock some more trees down. Drop this big oak tree here. It'll be the last big tree that comes down in this area. I'll start moving that brush that I laid over the hill back up here and getting that put on the pile. I gotta take maybe a couple down, those little small ones right there. That should be about it. Let's see if this was enough. Maybe not. More leverage. we go. Timber. Break a little dirt back in the hole so the stump doesn't try to fall over when I cut it off. Break a little dirt off. Looks like we got plenty of dirt here. Cleaned up, everything piled up, and we'll work on cleaning this pile of brush up and making my way down through there. Alright, so I've made my way down the side right here to the back side of the dam. I'm going to knock down a couple of these, 3 of these trees. Standing on my tippy toes here. This thing is drug out. Dirt off, make it a little bit lighter. What I'm going to do is on this tree length stuff I can't get nothing out of, I'm just going to cut the stumps off of them and stack them all in a pile. That way I'm hoping this skidder will get here and they can drag those up out of my way and I don't have to deal with them. Cutter down here. That old ditch is right there. It's a pretty wet mess, so I think this is going to be the best way to get rid of it. It's not a whole lot of trees, just enough though. Too, and then everything else I can just crunch it up. Can't hardly stay in the seat. Let's see if that little pine tree will fall over now without having to dig around it. Or break. Let me see if I can take a scoop out around it. Need to clear this right here for the work I've got to do, but I've got to try to, well, probably do, I need to try to do a path behind the pond dam just to help with the ease of maintenance, being able to at least drive a tractor, you know, at the toe of the slope. There's a few right here I'm just going to take down to straighten everything up. All the dirt and roots that I've got to get rid of, I can just push them down right in here. I'll drag this stuff out, get it cut up, and then go down there and see how big of a muddy mess that's going to be. dragging trees and spinning them around. Alright, let me go chainsaw a little bit. I'll be back. Alright, I got four more trees to take down right here. I'm going to drop this pine tree, and then this one right here, I'm going to actually push it the other way, and hopefully the top will break out on the other side. I've got a pile over there that I will just burn over there because it's not practical to pull it out of where it's at right there. Let's see if this will fall down. It's pretty wet and muddy down here, so down in there, or not black, that's the roots, but that old dark gray color. Getting to that old nasty clay that's down there. I'll cut the stump and the top out of it. That way I can pick the whole tree up and walk it up there where it needs to go. Let me clean this up and get situated to take down that next one. So I got most of that area right up there cleared. Now I'm coming down the backside of the pond dam. I got to grab these trees right here because we're going to extend the back slope of this dam out, and they're in the way. So I'm going to try to get all the way down to there, take all that, take it out, and I guess cut the stumps off and drag the logs out. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Got really wet down through there, so I might just have to stack the stuff up here and take it out from on top of the pond and lay everything up here on the slope. So let's see how it goes. The water's down good 3 feet, going on 4 feet, I would say. Still pouring out pretty good. So it was a good day today. I got that giant pile of brush right there moved over, the rest of the trees taken down, and then started taking all these trees down along the hillside. And then I got all the trees down all the way to the creek channel down there. I got maybe, let's see, 2, 4, 6 trees down. I'll cut them up in the morning, and 3 more over there, and those 3 over there will end up in that burn pile. I pushed those last 2 over there, so the tops will be right there at the burn pile. I'll probably run over there, chainsaw, and cut the tops out, and then just clean all this stuff up. And that's pretty much a wrap until the pond goes down. Then I'll come in there on that far side, cut me a ditch down into the pond, and do a diversion channel around that end of it, so I can start opening the pond dam up and getting all those old overflow pipes out.